What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here. It's time to bring you a new reaction video. But before that, 75% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed. This means two things. You're either brand new to the channel or returning. And I do hope that this video gets you to hit that subscribe button today. Last year, we didn't hit our goal of 400,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. We almost got there, and we were so close to 100,000 new subscribers in that year. But I still need more people to join and subscribe to get my channel to hit 1 million subscribers. This upcoming year, the new goal is 500,000 subscribers. And I need you to hit that subscribe button today so we can hit it this year. I know we can do it. What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here with another reaction, and today we're checking out some more Max0r. I'm excited because I actually get to catch a video early for once. I've only recently dived into this channel and started to explore. I started off with Ultra Kill. That was actually my first video introducing myself to this channel, and boy, was that an entry point. Then I watched a few other videos, and my most recent reaction to this channel, which I need to still watch part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, go check that video out. But my most recent video, besides this one where I'm about to drop, was the Metal Gear Rising. So I still need to watch part 2, and if you guys want to see how I reacted to part 1, it's available on the channel, and also Ultra Kill part 1 and part 2, and a few other videos by Max0r's channel. And if you have other suggestions, comment down below. But as I said, this is a new video that just dropped 7 days ago. I'm subscribed. You should hit that subscribe button on the original video. Link is in the description, and also 69K likes. Let's go! I'm adding my like to it as well, and you should do the same. Either way, today we're checking out the Red Dead Redemption 2 situation. Is insane. Let's find out what's going on in this crazy video, because since I've learned about this guy, this channel, he brings a little extra something to these videos that I can't even comprehend. No one can comprehend until you watch the video, and even after you're done watching it, you still can't comprehend it. But I'm excited. Either way, I'm excited. Let's go!
Drunk driving. You know it?
Off the fucking bat. What the
Drunk driving. You know it, you love it, we do not condone it in any way, shape, or form. No matter how funny it looks, I am neither encouraging my viewers to booze.
Wait, what did that say?
No matter how funny it looks, I am neither encouraging my viewers to booze.
He is drinking regular water. You can't sue me. Alrighty then. Drink water. Always hydrate.
Nor to cruise. But I am going to commit several felonies that have not been invented yet. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest drunk driving simulator that I have ever played, with a funny cowboy game attached to it. And I've got to say that compared to the various liquor laborings and inebriation transport,
I do remember having a lot of fun back when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. To be honest, I never finished the actual campaign of it, but I was having a ton of fun with my buddies, doing some random stuff, fighting random players, doing random gags on mountains, on the trains, and all the other stuff long ago on my channel. You probably can't even find those streams anymore. They should still be on the channel, but they're very old. But yeah. The shenanigans you could do in this game, fucking immense.
That the cowboy part is pretty alright too. Taking place in one of the most massive, beautiful, and fleshed out worlds in gaming, with the greatest protagonist I've ever experienced, the greatest villain I've ever seen, and the most hated villain I've ever seen, if I have only played one singular video game. And considering the absolute size of this bitch, that is a possibility. Of course, that is Red Dead Redemption 2 before the miraculous experience that is modding the game until John is building his house during a violent insurrection. So if you are...
What the fuck?
If you are new to this channel, please allow me to describe to you the premise of this video. I do not explain games. I do not make them easier to understand. I add to the mystery of not playing the game by continuously spreading misinformation about it. And I am going to back up everything I am saying with the most legitimately unhinged video evidence that is so absolutely choreographed, so meticulously constructed, that I have planned out every single angle for every single shot in this video. And sometimes, I will make the screen do this. So join me.
You know what? That is a great summary of what I've experienced in watching this guy's videos. Yeah. 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 Just a lot more.
As we recount the themes, story, and gameplay of this fantastic software, as experienced through the dying brain of a schizophrenic man, where we will learn nothing, accomplish nothing, and flat out black out by going full throttle at empty bottle. Starting with Chapter 1.
Oh wait, is he actually going to go through the actual story? Now this is actually going to be funny. Like I said, I've never actually finished Red Dead Redemption 2's story. I personally never did. I have a bad habit when it comes to not finishing stories and campaigns of certain games. I never did for not Resident Evil. I've finished all those ones. But GTA 5, I technically never finished that game, but I put like over 1,000 hours into the multiplayer. I'm not even joking. Red Dead Redemption, kind of the same situation, not to the same extent. Like a good lot of hours in the multiplayer, but never did finish the campaign personally. And I do know the campaigns are super good. I just got distracted and I let time fly by and I never got back to the campaigns. Damn.
Everyone hates Chapter 1, so we're gonna skip that shit.
I don't remember Chapter 1 at all.
Broke the goddamn wheel.
Flying down from the tutorial in a completely random direction, the gang finds themselves in the beautiful, wide-open countryside of New Hanover, representing new opportunities, green pastures, and a fresh start for all the kidnapping and murder that we have intently planned on fitting. I can see absolutely.
There was no more skull. There was no more head. There was nothing. Just obliteration and mud.
No consequences for this, as Dutch is a very stable man.
Hello, Dutch.
Plan.
What?
Money.
All right, Dutch, I'd follow you unquestioningly for several years.
To emphasize our newfound freedom from the parasitic authorities, haha, look at this guy, he's trying to fund Social Security. The game offers us a great deal of discretion, allowing us to terrorize the public with various methods hitherto unknown by quantum mechanics. And if I decide that I want to sit here for 2 hours and smoke 500 cigarettes, then it is my God-given right to do so. The Founding Fathers died for this shit, and now so will I. For an example of just one night I had in the town, I dragged a man through a river of human shit, antagonized random dudes on the street, entered the saloon, got absolutely plastered on gasoline, got into a bar fight, lost in a bar fight, quickly made an exit by flying through the window, and discovered.
I think all multiplayer experiences, when it comes to playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I know for a fact that happened quite a few times with me and my buddies.
Discovered the amazing risk-free joys of drunk driving.
Maybe with a little bit less chaotic gravity fuckery going on in this video, but around the same amount of bullets flying and people dying.
Is not an endorsement of dangerous behavior, as the beer actually improves your driving skills. 80% of crashes are caused by sober drivers. But what makes Blue Dude Bamboozle, Green Fiend Reconvene, Yeller Feller Endeavor, Black Sack Get 'em Back, and Turquoise Purloined Embroiling 2 into a...
How does he come up with this shit?
A really fun series of games that I will be cutting between at random intervals is the fact that public harassment in the...
That was a giant crocodile. What the fuck?
This world is not only entertaining and morally justifiable, but is in fact extremely profitable, as about 90% of all minor altercations will end in a gunfight, making the ensuing murder and kidnapping a reasonable act of self-defense, and giving me the obligation to ensure their property is returned to its rightful owner, exactly as the Founding Fathers intended. Speaking of being highly profitable and courteous to our fellow man, if you happen to be a big fan of the root of all evil, then this is essentially the perfect...
That's not a normal revolver, I'm just saying that right now.
Software. As all gameplay mechanics, story, and general premises in this game revolve solely around the acquisition of money, making this possibly the most realistic game ever set in America. You can make money by exploring the map, Actually, never mind. Don't do that. It's a little snowy out here. Committing a highway robbery that never actually works. Committing highway murder, riding into a ranch and skinning every single animal. Slowly, Old MacDonald fucking had a farm, turning into a bird and asking people for seeds, robbing a
I don't know about turning into a bird. That's probably a mod part.
train, evading the pursuing gang stalkers, stealing the entire train, and reminiscing on the beauty of America's once fabulous high-speed rail network, as well as helping numerous individuals actively begging the player for a taste of delicious lead. But by far the most efficient way to make money is also the avenue by which you spend. We are fucked. And no, I am not referring to gambling again, though that is a very efficient and safe
$9,000 back then would be so much fucking money.
prospect, as I reserve the right and privilege to summon 90 Cheetos whenever I lose a hand, but rather through engagement with the various schemes and heists made available by our fellow criminals, which of course will have no long-term consequences, as Dutch is very eager to inform us. Because yes, though I do in fact work for an extremely high premium, our main task is not only the advancement of our wealth, but that of our entire camp of quirky characters, who after routinely performing Balkan-level massacres for and donating millions of dollars to the max level camp, we'll have Dutch turn around and tell me that we need to do just one more score, and that he needs just a little more money, as he has spent the entire camp budget on fucking candles.
Someone who is good at the economy, please
Phrasing. I don't think he fucked the candles.
help me. My plan is falling apart.
Well, Dutch, have you tried not spending so much on candles?
The candles are a key part of my plan, Orchard, and I find it disrespectful that you're bringing them up again.
Frankly, Black Lung, I don't think I can see enough around here.
Like, I would appreciate it if you fucking killed yourself.
As you can probably tell by this point, the only thing more batshit than the basic gameplay is the advanced gameplay. Moving from location to beautiful location and chronicling the story of the Vanderlyn gang as they literally cannot stop killing people.
When you run around with your pistol being basically an RPG in this time frame, doesn't even understand what the hell an RPG is, yeah, you blow some shit up and things are just gonna go fucking flying.
Or most accurately, cannot stop ordering you to kill people specifically. Like, there's this mission in game where I'm escorting women to the store and it made me reconsider my opinion on the franchise. It is truly incredible how much faster draft horses were in 1899.
Dude, this car kicks ass, and I can watch Madagascar while I'm driving.
For another example of a productive money-making activity, my favorite mission is definitely the one where you go to the saloon and get so shit-faced that you begin to be haunted by the numerous ghosts of your dead friend Lenny, whose accident was unavoidable, yet the regret still haunts our protagonist to this day. I could go on, but if I were to talk about all the missions, we would be here for an extended runtime, longer than the entirety of Breaking Bad, with 20 hours to spare. So forgive me if my insane rambling happens to pass over some details, like the amazing side quest where you play as the secret gang member, Bones Vanderland, who honestly was a pretty positive influence on the gang overall, and had a lot to say about
Once again, some of this stuff has to be mods. I don't think that was part of the game.
skeleton racism. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of my viewers, but these guys deserve reparations, and my channel is no place for the calciphobic. Rather, we are instead going to focus on the overall story of the gang and how it closely parallels the failure of the nation once known as America. Should interest rates become more lopsided, they will buy Italy next. The broad fields of New Hanover, therefore, represent to the gang and to the player a pure, wholehearted expression of radical freedom, made possible only by the wide-open countryside, slavery, and the elimination of all those who stand in our way. Just like in the real America, which historically killed up to 8 million people to grow corn, and we would do it again. Do not be alarmed, though. I have absolutely no issues with the American government, because my true enemy is the American people, and there is still so much pain yet to inflict.
God damn.
Now I don't know where the hell
That was all chapter 2. What the fuck?
we are, but you are going to be. Hey, Arthur, you hear me?
Sure thing, Dutch. Sure thing.
What the? See, what I mean, his pistol literally is like a fucking grenade launcher, an RPG or something. It just goes shoot, boom, shoot, boom. That's a big ass fucking horse.
Taking every oil wagon I can get. Done.
So after a laborious moving process involving the careful transportation of the women and children, we find ourselves exploring the wonderful, peaceful civilization of the state of Lemoyne. Meaning, of course, that I am blessed with the unique opportunity to discuss the topic of race relations in the post-Vellum South. A task which was apparently so hard for the devs that they simply set all plantation workers to be white people, so as to bypass the issue entirely. You will be working on your own land, you fucking Yakubian experiment. But we here on the Max0r channel are not ones to sugarcoat real history. Nor are we going to disguise the horrors sadly inflicted on the skeleton race. This being said, I can completely understand. As a historically accurate Arthur Morgan would in fact be throwing the hard R faster than he throws his bullets.
Arthur, can you explain what the hell you just did to me?
Well, Dutch, I just don't understand why I can't say it. I mean, Lenny says it all the
You
time.
can't say that word in camp, Arthur. It's just not our word, okay? You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Of course, I'm allowed to say it because I am the special boy who can say the special racism, but like...
You can say it.
More importantly, Lenny's a skeleton now, so honestly, at this point, you're being bigoted in two ways.
The Vanderlyn gang might be murderous, genocidal, kleptomaniacal, and against every form of law and basic reasoning. But we are not going to do a hecking racist arena. And you will be forced to play the side mission where Bones and Lenny form a unique relationship of racial solidarity in opposition to the ruling capitalist class. And Arthur is just kind of like, you know, I feel pretty oppressed too with all the police chasing me, and Bones just kind of responds with, I'm sorry, Arthur, but you just wouldn't understand. Now, up until this point, I have been disguising a few important gameplay mechanics from you, which are all very important steps for Orchard to be Red Dead redeemed or something. I wouldn't know, I didn't play the game, all this footage is from my secret evil twin. Starting, of course, with your health, representing the ability to get shot, which is restored by intentionally getting hit by small bullets so that you eventually build a resistance to big ones. Your stamina, which is restored by stealing the food and cocaine.
That doesn't work that way, I think.
Present in unattended houses, and most interestingly, the Deadeye meter, representing your ability to kill everyone.
I do remember that.
Very quickly, and a skill which I have hitherto not shown in the video because it is really bad looking on camera. Unusually restored only by copious amounts of drinking and smoking. Which means that yes, drinking is not only used for the arduous task of vehicular operation, but is also a core gameplay mechanic, utterly vital to the flow of combat, and necessitating the vast majority of my dad's income when I was 7 years old. Although you can't really blame the guy since there are 13 different ways to drink alcohol in this game and 0 ways to drink water. Speaking of not drinking any water and rapidly filling my stamina bar, one of the best and most effective ways for Arthur to boost his endurance is the consumption of a special item known as Gamer Subs energy drinks, which has this really cool mission about it where Arthur and Hosea offer the people of Rhodes various unique flavors of energy.
Hey, Gamer Subs, sponsor me too, because I do drink some Gamer Subs myself.
Only 40 cents per serving. Okay, everyone shut the fuck up, causing the local townsfolk to clamor into the video description, where they will use code Max0r with a 0 for 10% off all products.
And if you want to support this channel, you guys want to use that code, go ahead and use it. I don't have a code, but maybe one day I can. Maybe. Hopefully. Gamer Subs, give me a code, damn it.
Featuring a wide assortment of delicious energy flavors such as the Chug Juice, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, and Grandma's Ashes, which are all of course real flavors that you can actually buy, filling the local populace with so much energy that they enter a transcendent state of productivity known as getting fucked up on the subs, and attracting the attention of the local authorities at the presence of such criminal deals. Hundreds of people may be dead now, but that is how I keep the price low. Speaking of offering criminal deals and maintaining a defense against inflation, I probably should have mentioned by this point that Red Dead Redemption takes place in a fictional universe, where those who rightfully commit mass murder and arson are attacked by a special gang called the Police, who actually try to stop you from doing crimes. And the main plot of this game is centered around this very conflict. You might call it battery and assault. Dutch calls it keeping the rent low in our neighborhood. Law's been on us for a good time now, Black.
You know, there's one thing about the editing he does here. It's just like a sensory overload when everything is going fucking crazy and colorful.
Black Lung, maybe now's not the time for you to be hanging around.
Yeah, maybe Sean shouldn't be using that stupid Read It page so much.
No, come on now, Arthur. Reddit is my favorite website.
Well, can't say he didn't deserve it. This is, of course, in great contrast to how it is in real America, where the police exist mainly to evict single mothers. But in the hyperbolic and unrealistic world of Tan Can Revenge 2, the police primarily try to stop you from killing people, cause you to kill more people in self-defense, shrug their shoulders 3 hours after a crime is committed, and then send about 20 bounty hunters to annoy me instead. Founded upon a system of bystanders and crime
The bounty hunters were annoying at some points. Yeah, I remember that.
reports, meaning that if a person happens to observe your misdeeds, you are subtly encouraged to terminate the remaining witnesses.
Very true. Anytime you murdered and someone saw it, you just murder again until there's no witnesses. No witnesses.
Sorry that I talk about everything in a really roundabout way, but you kill them. You drag them off cliffs, you shoot them, you make Julius Caesar look like a fucking joke. But aside from just stabbing
Yeah, pretty accurate too. I remember that. Yep.
all your problems away, there are two different methods to ensure
In the time frame you play, murder was the solution, not to get caught.
that the police at least temporarily leave us alone, which I am fairly
Don't do it nowadays. I don't condone it.
interested in doing, considering that I need to repeatedly go to the bullet store for no particular reason. The first, of course, being to simply lawfully surrender and to successfully resist the temptation to reach for your gun, at which point you'll be serving a $320,000 bounty for 10,000 counts of murdering officers, 1,002 counts of murder, 437 counts of abduction, 3 counts of inducing vapors, 49 counts of horse inversion, 9 billion
What?
counts of assault, and at least 40,000 DUIs. 40,001 DUIs. And the second is to pay off your debt to the state in cash, which usually totals to about 1/3 of the money you stole. Yes, I did calculate it. Yes, I did invest it on the cowboy stock market. And yes, I did lose it all on blackjack. Because this isn't actually about paying your
And of course, he's spawning more, what were they? Fucking mountain lions?
debt to society. It's about your cut to the IRS. Which, of course, begs the question, if the gang is constantly being pursued by the police, and if that is a problem for us, why doesn't Dutch just go to the post office and pay his bounty? Is he stupid? The tranquil terrain and red roads of Georgia, therefore, represent the gang's ideal rebellion against a world far too civilized and far too willing to catch serial arsonists. Though, just like in the real America, everything is going to go downhill from here. And everything
R.I.P. horse.
we do from this point forward is a raw statement of abject cruelty. It is all we have done. It is all we will do. The rapture happened in the year 2015, and 3 people were sent to heaven. Actually, never mind. Everything is going to go really great. Because
Alrighty then.
Dutch just texted me in Blue Archive and told me that he has a plan. We are going to Tahiti or some shit. Dutch, I am Arthur, and I am fucking constipated with tuberculosis. And, I can kill people. I can legally kill people and shoot them. Let's fucking do it, Arthur.
What the fuck?
There she is. A real city.
And it's already chaos, war, death, destruction, and mayhem. It fits.
The future.
And being ransacked. What the hell? How'd that horse get up there? I was too distracted by the giant white crocodiles.
Exactly.
Maybe they're giant white alligators. I don't know. What the fuck is even going on? This is what I mean. Just like, what? I know I'm watching this for the story, but you can't understand story when it's just batshit fucking crazy extra bullshittery.
So after doing, whatever that was, I made that shit and I still don't know what I did. We awakened on the polluted shores of the city of Saint Denis, a major municipality of boundless beauty and classy commerce. Commerce that makes literally no sense, as Saint Denis' only route to the ocean takes us over a gigantic-ass waterfall, which no doubt would complicate the gang's escape to Tahiti in unforeseen ways. Why are there so many boats here? Who is putting them in the harbor? How can they get to the harbor? I have nobody to talk to about this. So to escape the consequences of our crimes and get to said tropical paradise, Dutch has a well-thought-out plan.
Money Tahiti! Money Tahiti! Money Tahiti!
I think Dutch hit his head a little too hard.
Money Tahiti!
Where we need to,
Yeah, never trust Dutch.
that's right, commit even more crimes and get even more money. What could possibly go wrong? But first, we need to enter the big city by putting on an elegant disguise, utilizing the game's extensive and normal customization options to convert to Islam, and with God's help, play the rest of the game as the changed man Abdullah Morgan, which, although a powerful build option with a variety of unique abilities, unfortunately means that I'm required to abstain from drinking. So instead, we are just going to play the entire rest of the game looking like this. This is entirely for gameplay
Why does he have to have coconut hair head?
purposes. The Pinkertons are simply very unlikely to see this and conclude that it is human. Someone send the police after me because this shit is an actual crime. Now, other than role-playing as a recent escape from the Saint Denis Zoo, there are many new kinds of entertainment which we can seek in the heart of the big city, such as one, perhaps even two types of gambling and antagonizing the women's suffrage movement for some reason. But if we are desiring the true urban experience, there is no better place to be than the local theaters containing a myriad of impressive vaudeville shows, featuring fire-breathing dancers, exquisite comedic routines, 2250 rabid grizzly bears, and a musical performance about the existence of the telephone. Damn, that shit is gas. Finally capping off with an act in which the performer asks you to shoot him, and then gets mad when you shoot him, as well as enjoying the novel and unusual Nickelodeon,
Well, yeah, I don't think he was expecting an actual fucking bullet to go into his spleen.
where the eunuch film pincher cuts his images very quickly. I'm really excited for the new movie, I say with excitement. Little did I know, it would be a feature. A creature feature. Featuring the creature. Though my personal favorite component of the American city experience would be catching a terminal illness and then going into permanent medical debt for it, which, as we all know, was the ultimate goal of the founding farters. Really, Red Dead Redemption 2 is just a game that is absolutely brimming with a frankly unnecessary amount of detail. So much so that it can sustain an
Well, it's a Rockstar game. There's always going to be a fuck ton of extra detail.
entire YouTuber ecosystem whose job it is to point out things that are in the video game. And
Damn!
yes, while I might be a little bit guilty of that, the difference with my channel is that my videos are puzzles where you try to find the correct information. Like for
There is no correct information. It's all misleading. It's all random bullshittery of chaos, destruction, death, and somehow horse flying into some guy's face.
instance, did you know that in Blue Dude Bamboozle 2, in the mission where Sean dies, you will notice that his horse is missing. This is a subtle nod to the fact that in just a few moments, Sean's brain will also be missing. Did you know, if you happen to shoot a shopkeeper in the face, they will appear again with a large bandage but still serve you? This is a
What?
subtle reference to the fact that they have forgotten us as a consequence of the brain damage. Did you know, horse testicles do in fact shrink when
Well, yeah, when you shoot someone in the brain, of course they're probably going to lose some fucking memory if they survive.
cold? That is actually in the game, and I will as a consequence of the brain damage.
What was actually in the game?
Did you know, horse testicles do in fact shrink when cold? That is actually
That's probably just... Yeah, that's probably natural, yeah.
in the game, and I will not show you it. Can we do the next fucking joke, please? Did you know that if you shoot Javier, stab Dutch, cannonball Strauss, burn Sadie with a Molotov, drag Micah off a cliff, explode Ms. Gripshaw, tie up Lenny, punch Mary Beth into the atmosphere, drag Hosea from a horse, throw an axe at Abigail, give radiation to Kieran for being a Hibernian, perform a duel against Jack, drown Pearson,
That was a child!
run over Bill with a stagecoach, and insult John in front of his family,
God, look at you fools.
John will be very mad with you. But my favorite detail in the entire game is that if the player donates $40,000 to the camp, and if this is before Dutch receives the traumatic brain injury that coincidentally makes him listen to Micah, the gang will finally have the money to journey down the waterfall and wash up unexpectedly upon the beautiful shores of Tahiti. Where after a long and arduous day of holding the W key for 4 minutes straight, and 1 minute gay, allows you to access the game's optional happy ending, where the Vanderlyn gang comes together to perform their very first land acknowledgement, followed by a brief 4 more minutes of walking in chains as an apology for doing slavery and white settler colonialism. Adding the island quest to
I don't think this is actually a good ending.
the game was certainly a choice, definitely a decision, indubitably a determination. And if I was Rockstar Games, I would probably try not to build a 2-foot prison for the player to show off my extinct iguana modeling and how bad everyone is at shooting things.
How the fuck did I miss?
But ultimately,
Because you were aiming 20 feet away and shooting too far to the left.
it is a necessary prison for us to discover the deep underlying truth. Tahiti was never truly a place. It was an elaborate hallucination, and where good cowboys go to a farm upstate.
Damn.
Therefore, just like the rest of America, Arthur Morgan is now doomed to achieve only the worst possible outcomes, and will thus persist in defying all of the civilized world merely by continuing to live. Frankly, it is time for us to accept the facts. We are not going to escape civilization. We are not going to Tahiti. And I am an agent of the Antichrist. My videos are mediums for dark spirits, and that is how I get the game to look like this. Leaving us with only one pressing question for us to finally address. What the fuck are we even doing right now? So after playing for 2 hours inside of the definitely optional side quest that definitely takes place in Tahiti, Arthur Morgan returns to the accursed land of America with a new, optimistic outlook on life and the universe, leading him to retire from the outlaw life in order to pursue his true passion of stalking and killing innocent animals. And with an excessive 234 different species, each with their own excessively long skinning animation which the developers worked very hard on, so please watch the entire thing. We will not let you skip it. Each kill is a digital blood sacrifice to Satan himself. There is certainly a lot of hunting to be done, and a lot of places to travel in the meantime, such as in the gleaming forests of Roanoke Ridge, where we bravely fought 10 to 20 copies of Jack.
What the fuck?
Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream the silliest.
The way he kicks and goes flying is hilarious. It's like a little football.
Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream
Woo!
the silliest, softest of dreams. I miss you.
Damn.
In the dank swamps of Bayou Noir, where I was killed and eaten by many alligators. In the sunny plains of West Elizabeth, where we extincted the last remaining buffalo, dooming us to interminable environmental collapse. In the beautiful vistas of Big Valley, where we shot at the hordes of perfidious Irishmen, an invasive species not native to this area. And in the deserts of New Austin, in the year of 2010, my dad bought a game for me called Red Dead Redemption 1, wherein I refused to play the actual game because I was too busy slaughtering and skinning all available farm animals in a 10-mile radius. Not to sell their skins, mind you, just for the love of the game. Which I did dutifully and elegantly for the next 5 hours, until my dad told me that in order to keep playing the game, I had to stop doing that. And as Arthur traveled all across these United States, meeting numerous people and killing numerous more,
I was about to say, meeting numerous, but also leaving the city with everyone dead in his tracks.
He dwelled on all of the things that had brought him to this moment, and realized with an uncomfortable clarity that this was stupid, that no matter how many crimes he committed, no matter how much money he donated, it was never enough to satisfy Dutch's
Oh my god, the amount of candles.
insatiable need. An insatiable need to buy more candles. And the more that Arthur gave to him, the more candles he always seemed to acquire. All the while, the man standing behind his shoulder, the man who fed into his worst impulses and darkest fears, was not the brightest wick in the candle store. And as Arthur gazed into the fireplace, wondering how he could have been so blind, and how he could be left in the dark for so long, as if a bright candle had just illuminated his darkest night, he had finally come to the realization that he alone had the power to end this vicious cycle.
He's gonna go murder his friends, right?
And that he alone had to put a stop to it once and for all.
That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
This feels very dramatic.
So as he rode that long ride back to Roanoke Ridge, as he remembered every struggle that had come before, and all the people who had helped him get there, and yes, I am counting skeletons as people, he knew that this was going to be his Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's the way it is.
For the PlayStation 4.
And it's gonna be even more death and destruction, I'm assuming. That's the solution. More killing, more exploding, more throwing horses through buildings, more ramming your face into trains, and more kicking children in the face until they fly in the sky like a football. Right? Right? I think I'm right.
That's the way.
Hurry! A lot of candles. Hurry!
We just got plenty of time, Micah. Time to discuss our finances.
Black Lung, you're back. Hooray.
That is quite a bit of candles, Dutch. No doubt expensive.
And he's gonna put one more candle bullet in his skull now to complete his collection.
Now, Dutch, I can hardly blame you on account of your traumatic brain injury, but as for Micah, well, Micah's just fucking stupid on his own.
You know we need the candles, Black Lung.
We don't.
That's a goddamn lie.
Dutch.
Dutch, think of the value.
What fucking value, Micah?
They're an investment, Black Lung.
It all makes sense now.
No, it damn well doesn't.
Dutch, think.
Dutch, it's getting pretty dark out. You wanna buy some candles?
Dutch! You left me. You left me to die! My boy, that was literally the point. You're fucking weird.
What?
Can you go away now?
Fuck!
Perhaps I'm not the only one with brain damage.
That's right. Because I also hit my head too hard in a trolley accident. All that and so much more, Dutch. For fucking candles?
Be quiet, cowpoke. Be quiet. You live in the dark.
Excuse me, I've been trying to contact you regarding a free trial to the new...
Oh!
What?
Now! Who among us?
Among us?
Oh my fucking god, Among Us memes. Are you serious? They're bringing that back in this?
Is with me?
She's fucking dead.
And who are you again? God, I'm sorry.
Dutch, don't do this. You can't sell them, they're just gonna melt.
He's lying. He is lying, Dutch.
You ain't babies.
Come on, Arthur. Tahiti's just ahead.
Fuck off. No, I ain't taking directions from a deadbeat.
Come on.
You go.
Arthur, I told you I'd get to my child support payments after we got out of this mess.
I love you, random side character that I just met today.
Get fucked.
Now, I'll hold him off. Here. And promise me that you will go drunk driving at least once. I guarantee you it is quite the experience. Now go.
Arthur.
So that one fateful day,
Arthur!
you can achieve your Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're my brother.
I don't know who the hell you are. They should make a sequel game about you or something. Fuck.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he is supposed to be the character you play from Red Dead Redemption 1, I believe. And this is technically a prequel, right? Or something like that. Like I said, I never played Red Dead Redemption 1. I never played it. I played some of Red Dead Redemption 2. Never finished the campaign personally. But I do know some stuff here and there.
Fuck it, I don't know.
This is actually not the end of the video. I have other stuff I want to show. Oh, God.
Hey, partner, I got a headache. You got some ibuprofen?
This one's for you, Arthur! I'm going into Tahiti!
Hey there guys, it's me, side character Max0r, out here building John's house during the middle of an actual riot. Listen, this has been a very long video with a diverse amount of visual effects, and I just
Yeah, you can say that again.
want you to know that these take a very long time to make. This and the last video took a lot out of me because my workday is about 10 hours long in order to finish 30 seconds of video.
I could actually believe that with some of the fuck shit you have to do. Not to mention getting all the footage, actually playing the game, and all the stuff, script writing probably for what you want to say. Because some of the shit you say is batshit fucking crazy. And how you think ahead probably for the whole like storyline that you want to produce, not to mention all the mods, making sure everything works correctly, and all the fucking random shenanigans you want to record.
Mainly because every single shot in this video has around 3 failed prototypes, and that shot of John flying into his house had to be repeated maybe 12 different times.
I could believe that.
So be patient with the next project, please. I could just be making slop right now, but I choose to make garbage instead. And on that note, a big thank you to all the people at my Patreon, who are the
Hey, support. Remember, watching the videos help, and if you guys can do anything else, check out the code and all that stuff, and even check out his Patreon. Support. Always do that.
only reason that a video like this can be made in the first place. And if you want to fund the creation of further questionable endeavors, the link to do so is in the description. I am still working on creating Max0r merchandise, but again, I am one person, and this video has basically put me on the edge of a mental breakdown. As always,
I don't doubt that. You have to be mentally insane to come up with some of the shit you come up with. And it worked for a great fucking video.
more insane gacha game content to come, and I hope that all of you have a
Gotcha, what the fuck?
very lumbago Tahiti or something. Fuck it, just play this game already.
Cruel, cruel world, must I go on? Cruel, cruel world, I'm moving on. I've been living too fast.
I barely still know what the fuck I just watched though. Besides the fact that it's just mayhem.
Living too wrong. Cruel, cruel world, I'm gone. This big old world.
Alright, well, if you guys enjoyed this, once again, I'm just doing a simple reaction. This guy is the one that put months of work into this video, so show your support. Link in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Stay tuned for more in the future. Remember, go check out the one prior to this one, the Metal Gear Rising Part 1. I'll try to check out Part 2 sometime soon. And of course, if there's still other videos and other stuff I need to watch from this channel, by all means, let me know. Like another one right here, I can see there's been some Elden Ring content that he's tackled that I haven't watched, but that's also a very long video to watch, and that will definitely be one hell of a trip, because every time I watch this channel, I watch a video that's between 30 minutes plus, and it's just like, what the fuck? God damn, all the edits and everything. It's impressive what he does and what he makes up and what you try to put together and understand at the same time. It fries your brain, just like it probably fries his making this stuff. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, hit that subscribe button, and later.
In the pixelated world where the gamers unite, there's a name that shines bright, bringing joy to the night. Steven's killer, he's the king of the screen. With his epic playthroughs, he ranks as a meme. Laughing out loud as we watch him explore. From horror to laughter, we can't help but want more. With a heart full of passion, he shares his delight. Steven's killer, take us on